Hi, Cancer, and welcome to your Zodiac Taroscope reading. This is the second one for the month that I had mentioned in the first video a week or so ago. This time we're going to be looking at, I'm calling it the North, South, East, West. And I just realized tonight as I was sitting here that I have my East and West mixed up. So please just ignore that. Yeah, just ignore that. I really do know my North, South, East, West, but apparently not when it comes to the cards. So just ignore that. But what we're doing is we're going to be looking at lots of different great things, actually, like what is actually coming up for you on the horizon, what is setting for you in the West, some of your past life gifts from the South, and your path, or if you're still unsure about it, to the North. So we have oracle cards here. I'm going to be pulling live tarot to go with these oracle cards, as well as more oracle at the end. And I'm also going to be pulling a crystal heart for you. Okay, so I'm going to do that towards the end as well because I started doing it. I felt called to do it, and it actually was turning out quite well. That the hearts that I was picking, I would Google them after, and they actually would have something to do with the reading. So I was telling everybody, just Google it for healing properties, not to replace medical advice, of course. You always see your family physician, but healing properties, or just what does a crystal mean and how could it maybe tie into the reading for advice or guidance for you, right? So let's get right into this with North. And I kind of thought of the North Node here with this one. And I'm doing it in two separate. I'm doing it if you're on your path and if you're still unsure what your path is. And your path being that you know without a doubt that you are doing what you're meant to be doing, that you're doing what you love and you feel fulfilled from it. That is your path, okay? And it can be any type of job. It can be spiritual. It can be religious. It can be anything like that. So let's get started, and I'll have my tarot here to clarify with, if you are on your path currently, maybe some advice and guidance for you. Okay, and we have Flowerful. This might have come out for someone else. Sweet and gentle power. Yes, it did. All right, let's get a tarot to go along with that. Flowerful, sweet and gentle power. Oh, maybe not. No, that one does. Okay, King of Cups. There we go. I love that. All right, so when this came out in one of the other piles, and I feel it's the same thing again, and I can't remember who it was that had it. Oh, Cancer. But anyway, it's almost like you're on your path, whatever it is that you're doing in work or volunteer or spiritually or religiously, however you're looking at it, however it resonates in your life, because it will be different as this is a collective reading. You are a force, I want to say, to be reckoned with, but like a gentle giant. In other words, don't make the giant mad. Don't upset the giant. But yeah, it's kind of that you will advocate for those who need to be advocated for. You will work tirelessly to help people, or to stand up for them, or to fight for them, or for whatever it is, not just people. It just may be in general. But you do it in such a way that you are not being obstructive in any way. You are not being, the words are just not coming to me. You're not being a jerk, basically. That's the only word I can think of. You're not being a jerk, basically, right? Like whatever it is that you're doing this, you're doing it in a way that you're not in people's faces. You're not, standing up there pounding, screaming through your megaphone and pounding on the pulpit or whatever it is. You're doing it in such a way that people listen and understand and respect it. And That's why this King of Cups has come out, because the King of Cups is emotionally balanced, okay? He doesn't let his anger or his passion even for something get the better of him. He's calm and he's wise and smart, diplomatic, and most importantly, emotionally balanced. That's you. Or if you find yourself coming up against something, Cancer, or you're already in it, this is the energy that they want you to take on. You have to be that diplomat. You have to be the wise, calm one. You have to be the gentle giant, okay? So let's move on to the next question. What if you're still unsure? You don't know what it is, your path. You may have an inkling. You may have dabbled in different things. You may feel a calling right now, but you're like, is this what it is? Is this what I go for? Let's see what the card says. We have discernment. All is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. Let's get a tarot to go with that. This is very interesting indeed. So if you're unsure, what's making you unsure? For some of you, just by the look in her eye here with discernment, it's almost like you know that something isn't what it seems. You already, you have a feeling. Okay, this card came out. The Queen of Swords. I love it. Okay. What I want to say about this is it's almost as if, Cancer, you do have dreams. So for some of you, this definitely is something that you are aware of. This definitely is something that you want to talk about, but maybe you're not trusting the people around you right now. And that's smart, because they're telling you to keep it to yourself. Why? Because sometimes people are just dream crushers. Even the people that we think would support us, they don't. And then you're like, oh, I thought I would have had your support. I thought I would have had your cheerleading, you know. I thought I would have had your, let's talk about this to my friends, right? Something along those lines. But not really. They don't have your back. So I feel like for some of you, that's why you need to keep it a secret. For others of you, maybe you've already spoken to people and they're trying to push it down. This is why you stay true to yourself. The Queen of Swords here, that energy is clear thinking, just like the King of Swords and the Knight in the page. Very honest, very direct, independent. Okay, she knows what she wants and she's going to go and get it. There's no messing around with the Queen of Swords. She's not going to play the foolish games. The other thing that I want to say about it too is you may be approached by someone or something is going to come your way and it almost is going to feel too good to be true. Use discernment here. Use your clear thinking. I feel like with all this fiery orange that passionately you're going to be inspired by it and passionate about it, but there's going to be something, and we can't just rule with our heart and we can't just rule with our head. We have to have them in balance. So I feel like this is going to be trusting your gut along with your mind at the same time, your intuition even, you could say. But there's something that's going to come along that's going to feel like, oh, this is definitely it. And then it's going to be followed, I feel, quickly by, maybe not. I think you have to trust that, okay? And this isn't, and when we're learning to trust Cancer, our intuition, it's hard because people want to dismiss what it is that they're feeling or thinking. And usually the ego or the mind will win. For some people, it's the emotions that will win, but it's usually the mind or ego that are the naysayers, right? And it's really hard to get to that place, I think, or it was for me anyway, to trust the intuition. But now I trust it. Now I trust it. So, you know, And it hasn't led me wrong, because trusting your intuition is connecting with God, source, universe, with spirit, your loved ones, your spirit guides. Unicorns can be your spirit guides. Horses can be your spirit guides, right? You are connecting with them, and they're giving you that thought. They're sending you to that song. They're making you Google something that you're like, why am I even Googling this, right? When you start trusting that, that is when you will know what is best for you, okay? So if you're still unsure, this is just maybe something that's going to come up and around that will help you, where you'll go, oh, this feels too good to be true. Let me check it out first, okay? Okay, so now let's talk about South. What past life gifts do you have that are not being utilized for your highest good this lifetime? We all come in with gifts, okay? So, and sometimes those gifts are the things, Cancer, that we are just good at, or we don't even know why we're good at it, but we just are. Sometimes you know why, because you've put a lot of work and practice into it. But still, there's something about you, there's something with you that you are good at that I feel like you're not utilizing, or you just pass it off as, yeah, I'm good at that, right? So let's see what it is. We have blessings. Count your blessings, and the good in your life will multiply. Let's get a tarot with that. And one of these messages that I'm talking about here, or all of them, could resonate with you. They might even tie together as we get going. So let's just kind of play it by ear here and see. So with blessings, we have the King of Swords. Look, we have the King and Queen together. Do you know what this is? This is you being of clear thought and mind and knowing what you want. Right? This is you being truthful with yourself. Oh, I like this. And what happens because of that, this is your gift. I'm going to call it the gift of clarity. Someone in another pile had something similar to this. It's the gift of clarity. You are the person who is able to balance out emotion with idea, thought, okay? Your gut feelings with your monkey mind sometimes. Like, you're able to balance that out. And because of that, you always know what it is that you want, and you're able to achieve it. Whether you believe you can right now or not, I think if Spirit here, were to challenge you on, think about all the times that you've really set your mind to something, and we call that planting seeds. You nurture it, you help it grow, you put the work into. Maybe you pray or you meditate on it, whatever, you write it out, you journal it, or you may do nothing about it. You just may have great, powerful manifestation skills here. And it always seems to come to pass. Maybe not exactly the way you had intended, but it does. That's you being able to manifest exactly what it is that you want and blessings into your life. You may also find that you've done it with negativity or shadow as well. So you have to be careful of it, right? That's why there needs to be a balance there. But that is the past life gift that you've brought through. You are someone who is intelligent and clear about what it is that they want. And because of that, you're able to bring in blessings, abundance, in whatever way that is, jobs, money, family, things, right? And the more that you're aware of it and show gratitude for it, the more it will happen, multiply. Ooh, very interesting. I like this message for you, Cancer. Next, we're going to talk about, back over here, is the East, which is really the West, of course, but I'm using it East for these readings since I've started it that way. What is coming up for you? What is on the horizon? And we have look for the signs, pay attention, expect an answer. Let me get a tarot. I want it to get right into that, but let me get a tarot here too. There's so many things to say about that. I like to think of these as situations, events, energy, people, whatever it is that... Oh, there's a card that's flipped over in here. That is the card we want. Okay. The situation I feel that's coming up for you is possibly here with your blessings and how good you are at manifesting, okay? They want you to look at the signs and synchronicities. It kind of ties into here, I feel, where you're looking for something, okay? Where you're waiting on something. And here, actually, let me pop back up to here because this just popped in when I come up here for a reason. Sometimes that happens. Here, maybe you're just waiting for the right time. Remember I said you're very smart and intelligent and the swords, you're clear. Or for some of you, it'll be different for each person. You may need to become clear, trust yourself. For others, I feel like you might just be laying in wait, okay? Cancer, to make the right move. All right, I need to say that. But here, look for the signs. There is going to be a situation, an event, a person that is going to be, I feel, the sign, okay? And it may come to you when you're kind of feeling a little defeated. All right, it may come to you when you feel like I'm at the end, like I'm feeling defeated about whatever this may be, okay? Or it just could be on a day that you're feeling a little down and defeated. I feel like that when the message is going to come in. There's so many things on this card that I want to mention because it says pay attention, expect, and answer. Look for the signs and synchronicities. If you are an angel number person, we have 1133. It could be 1133 or 3311. Maybe a day when there's a rainbow out, okay? We have irises, I believe, or lilies. Lilies, I think, right here. White lilies, for example. Maybe a unicorn toy or something to do with unicorns. There's also back here on the road, you know, like the signs. It could be a road sign or a sign on the side of the road. It could be lyrics to a song. It could be something you read in a book, right? Those are the types of things you're looking for. Now, you don't every day just be like, oh my God, what's it going to be? You just, when it happens, you will know, okay? But I do kind of feel maybe it's when someone's bringing you, I know, I feel like this is the dove that come back, wasn't it? The dove that come back. And so no one knew that there was dry land, that the water was going down. Maybe that's it. You're feeling defeated. And maybe it's just at that moment where you maybe think that feeling's going to be going away. However that resonates with you, I feel is important here in some way. That's where you're going to get the sign. All right. And when I say you don't have to be thinking about it every day, don't. That will push it away. Just be aware, but like, don't be like, oh my God, is that a sign? Oh my God, is that a sign? Like, that's not going to work, right? So let's go on to West, something that's coming to an end for you. And we have not a peacock beauty. Yeah, it is a unicorn peacock. So, very interesting. Maybe up here, oh, and out came the Five of Swords. All right. I was going to say maybe up here you are kind of feeling a little bit of lack, right? Maybe, or a little less than. And you're not confident in yourself. You don't see yourself as someone who's capable. You are. Because we've just talked about it here with all this sword energy. I just feel like maybe you might be denying it a little bit. But what I do want to say about this, look, the Five of Swords is kind of, I want to call it petty. It's battle, but it's like winning at all costs. So this unicorn was willing to fight with these other two unicorns and steal their swords and send them away. But I always say, who's the winner here? because I always feel like they're somehow friends or acquaintances or related in some way. Now this unicorn is going to be missing two of his friends, and they're kind of looking back going, who are you? Why are you acting like this? What I want to say here, something that could be coming to an end for you, is that type of battle. If you're having a situation, again, a person, an energy, something that's coming in and around you where it just always feels like there's argument or disagreement, and yet there's never, and you know, when I say winner, I'm using that loosely because we need to describe it as something. Nobody wins, really. There isn't a winner. The winner would be for all of you to have your own swords and to be okay and together. And maybe for some of you, that is a little too much strutting around like a peacock, or you were one of these unicorns down here, and this is the one that's strutting around like a peacock. It's the person you're dealing with. So that might be a situation coming to an end for you, okay? But I also just want to say here too, just this on its own, I was getting the message of, you don't realize, I feel, just how good you are, how clear and precise and intelligent and smart you are, just how diplomatic you can be, and how you can just manifest things to you. I don't think, Cancer, you quite understand just how good you are at that. Okay, so this is your message from Spirit to say, oh, you are good at it, okay? Now, let's get some, oh, one just flipped over, so we'll take that one. Let's just get about 3 tarot here for further clarification, confirmation of what's on the table, or additional advice and guidance for you. So we have the 7 of Cups. I like that. I feel like that is choices. And maybe that's one of your gifts. You literally have choices of what it is that you want to manifest in, and you just know you can do it. You may have choices to make when you are in gently friendly giant mode, okay? And the choice is to be the King of Cups. You're going to have a choice to make when whatever that is that's shiny and sparkly, and it comes in and you're like, does this seem too good to be true? Where you're going to use your discernment here like the King and Queen of Swords. All right, let's get another. The Ace of Swords. Love this. Brand new beginning, aces. And this can be, again, a breakthrough in mental clarity. Being able to see the sign or the synchronicity. Being able to approach whatever situation when you are the friendly giant. That was a Canadian TV show when I was a kid too. But anyway, when you are the friendly giant, you know, like by behaving and taking on the energy of the King of Cups, it will be like a breakthrough, like success, all right? It also is a new beginning here for you, right? To get on your path, to bring more abundance in for yourself, using your smarts and your clarity. And then we have the Emperor. Oh, I love this too. Look, you guys, this is a lot of powerful energy. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but just having this ace for new beginning, but you have 2 kings and a queen and the Emperor, who is the king of all kings. He just encompasses everything. And like I said here, you don't, I don't know how I said it at the beginning, but you're not going to take any BS. You are powerful, okay? You are powerful, but you're able to harness it, all right? And nobody's going to play you for a fool here, and that's what I always think of the Emperor. Nobody plays the Emperor for a fool because he has cups, swords, pentacles, and wands energy, or if we like to talk in terms of elements, he has water, air, earth, and fire. So just remember, you are an emperor. You just may have to take on different attributes of the emperor to move through this. Now, the last thing that I want to do before we go is just go in and get a crystal for you, okay? I'm not going to look. It's going to be noisy. is just kind of go in. This one. Okay. Dalmatian Jasper heart. So look up Dalmatian Jasper, just the meaning of it, the spiritual meaning of it, if you're interested in that, and the healing properties of it. You may find that it helps you or relates in somehow to this reading, Cancer. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next reading.